Hello again, fellow comic addicts. It's Joe at Black Box Silver and Bronze. This video is to show off my 10 comics for the hand cover challenge by Alan the Comic Collector Geek. Let's check them out. Hey, comic addicts. I've got 10 comics to share with you for Alan's hand cover challenge. And right off the bat, when I was watching his video, two comics came to mind right away that I wanted to show. And as I was watching his video, I was hoping he wouldn't show them because I don't want to show the same comics that he has. So he didn't show them. So my top two came to me right off the bat. And then the rest of them, I had to think, like, where should I look in my PC? And I was thinking, all right, you're looking for hand cover challenges. You're either going to have comics that have gigantic hands on them. A lot of Silver Age comics have that kind of stuff. Jack Kirby's comics, he always draws that big square fist punching at you. I figured I'd look at my Jack Kirby comics. And then what else? Heroes who have something to do with their hand for their power, maybe a gauntlet or a glove like Iron Man or Doctor Doom, or a magician, Doctor Strange. So I dug through my collection and I got 10 comics. And I thought maybe I'd have like a $6 Million Man comic, because I do collect the Charlton $6 Million Man, but none of the covers really displayed his bionic arm. So at number 10, I have to show this one. At number 10, Captain Marvel #1, but not the Fawcett Captain Marvel, the MF Enterprises Captain Marvel. This is from September of 1966. And I have to show this one because this is the most ridiculous superhero ever invented that I'm aware of. What is this guy's powers? His body can split apart and his hand can go flying off. And there's only a few issues of this, but on all the covers, his body parts are flying apart. One of the weirdest things you will ever see. So that's my number 10, Captain Marvel #1. Number 9, this is a good one. Flash number 326 from October of 1983. That's a Carmine Infantino cover. And that is a great cover to display hands, because that is the focus of this cover, is Flash in handcuffs. And this was part of the run that ran to the end of the volume 1. The first series of Flash ended with a long story about Flash getting into it with Eobard Thawne, and he winds up getting accused of manslaughter of Reverse Flash, and he gets arrested. And so that's a great hand cover right there, Flash number 326. Okay, number 8, as Alan said, you think the Infinity Gauntlet, and I was looking for Infinity Gauntlet #1, but then I came across this one. This is Avengers #9 from March of 2011, and this is part of a 5-issue story from issues 8 through 12 about the Infinity Gauntlet. This is a John Romita Jr. cover, and that is a great hand cover displaying the power of the Infinity Gauntlet. Okay, number 7. I picked this one because I think Doctor Strange always uses his hands mystically to create these magical circles, as we saw in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this is Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme number 50 from February of 1993. And the art's not that great, but it's a great use of the prismatic cover. And it really shows his hands, creating the magical circles. And this actually also is the first appearance of the Secret Defenders, so it has a little first appearance in it as well. And I regularly find these in the dollar bin. They seem to be going up a little bit more in price now, but I found 2 of them in the dollar bin, and I really like that cover. Okay, number 6. For number 6, I've got Tales of Suspense, number 50, which is the first appearance of the Mandarin. This is a Jack Kirby cover, and it's from February of 1964. And anyone who knows the Mandarin knows that his hands are very important to his power because he has those 10 rings, one on each finger, that create different magical weapons for him. And I almost showed, instead of this, I almost showed Iron Man number 275, which I think is a better cover to show the Mandarin's rings, because you see both hands. But this is a very important comic, so I thought I would stick to that one. Tales of Suspense number 50. Okay, number 5. Fantastic Four number 8. This is also Jack Kirby cover, and this is from November of 1962. And I thought this was a great cover to talk about the hands, because this is the first appearance of the Puppet Master. And on the cover, he's controlling the Fantastic Four like marionettes. And how do you have to control the marionettes? With your hands. Fantastic Four, number 8 from November of 1962. All right, number 4. This one came to me pretty quickly when I started thinking of covers to pull, and it's Captain America number 115. And so this is just a great cover by Marie Severin, and it shows the Red Skull, who is one of the classic villains in the Marvel universe, and probably Captain America. You know, when you think of Captain America's nemesis, Red Skull comes to mind. And it's just a great composition on this cover, with the Red Skull being the dominant figure on the cover, reaching out his hand and holding a cosmic cube, which was a big part of the Captain America Red Skull lore. So that's my number 4. Okay, number 3. This is from January of 1994, and this is Thor number 470. And this is not as pricey as some of the other comics that I just showed. I showed some, first appearances, some fairly pricey comics. This one is not pricey, but this one is at number 3 because I think this really shows something in the artwork and the composition, and it's the placement of the hand which does that. So you see it down here, it says, from an enraged thunder god, right? And the way that this comic is composed, the cover is composed, you could take the words out here and here and just look at that image, and you get the feeling that he's enraged. I mean, just the way that he's wielding, his hammer, and he's ready to strike, the look on the woman's face of fear. This composition is so fantastic. It really sets the mood. When I look at that, I can tell he's enraged. I do not have to read that. So I think that, that's a lot of credit to the artist who did that. And that's my number 3 cover. Okay. So the next 2 are the 2 that came right to mind. And as I was watching Alan's show, I'm like, don't show these, don't show these. And if you're talking about hands, right, are there any heroes whose, their name has anything to do with a hand? Well, if you clench your hand, you get a fist. And for number 2, here's Iron Fist number 8. This is from October of 1976, I believe, and that is a John Byrne cover. And I do not have a lot of Iron Fist in my collection, but I picked this one up several years ago, digging through the dollar bins, because that is just a classic composition. And for an Iron Fist cover, the fist coming right at you, the colors, the background colors, John Byrne knocked it out of the park on that one. So that's my number 2, Iron Fist number 8. Okay, number 1 is an issue of Amazing Spider-Man, and to me, this is one of my favorite covers. There's a few covers I like that are not going to be on other people's top cover list, but this cover I like. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 67 from, I think it's December of 1968, if I remember correctly. And that is a John Romita cover with Spider-Man in the story. It's called To Squash a Spider. And in the story, he appears to be miniaturized in this like he's 6 inches tall, in this miniature amusement park, and, Mysterio.
All right, Mysterio, here I am. Where are you? What kind of trick is that?
No tricks, Spider-Man. I am Mysterio, and I'm going to destroy you.
Is there at full size battling him. And of course, since it's Mysterio, it turns out to be just special effects. But this is a great cover. I've always loved this cover since I was a kid. This is one I wanted to have. I look at that and I say, I want to know what's going on. And it's also, there's a first appearance in here of Randy Robertson as well. So it's a very minor key, but that is my #1 cover. It came right to mind when Alan proposed the challenge, and I was just hoping he wouldn't show it, and he didn't. So I got to show that. Amazing Spider-Man number 67. So that's my 10 for the hand cover challenge, comic addicts. I hope you enjoyed it. And filming this on Good Friday. So happy Easter to everyone. Bye-bye.